Hello people, Sparrowin here. So today, I thought I'd just have you guys follow me along while I play some Zafehouse Diaries. I have been on a complete zombie kick recently. I've been playing everything that my computer can handle. Some Project Zomboid, some 7 Days to Die. I'm not really a multiplayer person, so no DayZ for me, but anything I can manage on my own I got. So I stumbled upon Zafehouse Diaries, just wandering around Steam looking. Actually, completely by accident, I was looking through the greenlit games and to see if any games of that caliber had actually been released somewhat recently or at all. And I came upon Zafehouse Diaries, and this game, there's a lot more than meets the eye to this game. This is probably going to throw a couple people off initially, but the reason it's called Zafehouse Diaries is because the entire game is played and explained to you via diary entries, and we'll see this in a moment. But is there anything else I need to? I think we're good. We're good to go. I'll try to explain stuff along the way. Okay, so there's 3 modes of difficulty, and Roadkill is the normal version. You really, if anything, you don't want to start with easy. You'd want to start with normal, even if you think you're going to get your butt kicked. And you will. No doubt about it. You're going to get your butt kicked. No survivors essentially means that you don't have to escape. Alright, actually, let's start with normal, since this is the, normal template. You have to, you have a team of 5. They are, stranded in a mostly abandoned town. They have to find a vehicle and drive it out of town and essentially escape this area. You have to be able to find the parts to fix the vehicle, and it's pretty darn broken. So the real issue is not necessarily finding the parts and finding the car. That's a bit of a challenge as well, but getting everybody in your team to get along and not kill each other. They will try to kill each other. The survivors mode, you don't have to escape. It's more to see how long you can survive in general, and you can actually manage quite a long time. Deadline is you have, what, a week? Roughly? And after that, you're supposed to be picked up by a chopper, but after a week, chopper is gone, and that is it. So today we are doing Roadkill. I'm not touching any of the other ones. It'd be boring. Alright, let's do this. Let's hope we get a decent team. So just like any zombie survival game, movie, whatnot, you'll be able to judge what are good actions based on, basic logic. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to learn as far as when you should move, what you should do. If you have any knowledge of zombies and zombie apocalypse, you'll get that pretty quickly. So, okay. We've started in House up to Edgewater Drive. You'll get pictures all along the way, and one of the coolest things about Zafehouse Diaries is that you can actually input your own custom content. If you want to go around town and take pictures of the houses in your town or the buildings in your town and replace those in here, you can do that. And same thing with your team members, which we'll get to. Okay, so we made it. Among our fragile group, we have a carpenter, a surgeon, a mechanic, an athlete, and a firefighter. Actually, that seems to be a pretty good group. We got an athlete and a firefighter, which will be able to beat up the zombies a little bit, a surgeon who could take care of the people, a mechanic who can rebuild the car once we find the parts, and a carpenter who could barricade us in pretty good. Alright. We arrived with a few weapons, some tools, some food, and no medical supplies. Ooh. The 5 of us are wary of each other. Johnny isn't adjusting well to the group, but Hannah may be able to hold everyone together. Woo, Hannah. We met someone at the outskirts of town. He said he was part of a scavenger group, looking for some spare parts, but they were attacked and he was the only one who survived. He said they might be a vehicle in town that we could probably patch up if we have the right parts, but there's a catch. The outskirts are infested and getting more dangerous by the day. We'll need to find a map before we even think about leaving. That's an extra thing. You need to find a car, a map, and all the parts. So before leaving, the scavenger said we might want to check out 2 Glen Drive. So These are the journal entries that we're going to be getting information from. There's 2 other important screens. We have the one to the left. This is the screen that holds all of the bits of information that we may pick up as we go. So we need a map. It's where the picture of the car would go, and other little bits that we might learn along. So, alright. And this is the town map. This is sort of our action screen. Here we have all the little members of our team. Look at them, they're so happy. Here's our current location. You notice that everybody on the team is represented by a piece of scrap, bottle cap, coin, little rock, guitar pick, and washer. And so there's 2 things we could do with these guys down here as well. If we left click on them, we'll see all the little connections that they have. They don't like each other very much. Obviously green is better, red is bad. So colors that are closer to red are better. Colors that are closer to green are better, I mean. And red is, you don't want red. So who was it? Johnny wasn't doing so hot. I don't know. There's a couple people who weren't doing so hot. So you get their basic biography over here. Like Heidi's the athlete, 28, straight, uneducated, poor background. Basically some stuff that they can do, and some prejudices, or some people are racist. Let's see if we can find. Not uncomfortable around men. Doesn't like the middle class. Uncomfortable around women. And lingering prejudice towards healthy. Towards the healthy. She wouldn't like the surgeon then. Alright, so how we can fix this is some in-game options will hopefully roll with the dice. Oop, didn't mean to do that. Will allow us to improve their relationships. See, Hannah and Heidi. Hannah and Heidi don't mind each other. They're probably the strongest connection between the people. But you'll see here, spread new rumor. Anywho, Johnny the carpenter here, who is 28, straight, uneducated, and is middle class. He's uncomfortable around women. So, let's try and spread a new rumor. There's a couple of different rumors: activism, charity, celebrity, connection, and crime, and each one has a different setup. So, for instance, activism. He was a member of the local association of concerned carpenters, athletes, and engineers. Everything that's highlighted in green, I can click to change. So, say that I wanted him to be closer to Heidi, I could keep athletes, and if somebody over here was an engineer, he'd get closer to them. And, the more intense role he had at in the association, the closer he would be to them. But there's also the possibility of other people judging him for it. So let's see. Each one has a different setup. So let's try to find one that's not going to make everyone agitated. So let's see. Interviewed on television for offering his services free of charge to uneducated middle class people. Let's see, how many do we have? We got uneducated, poor, wealthy, middle class. He cannot please people. Alright, let's try celebrity, because we have men. So I'll change it to women since our group is primarily women. I don't think anybody is middle-aged here. Yeah, they're all pretty young. So, young. We got poor, middle class, wealthy. Alright, so let's go for wealthy young women. He had directed a film that was outrageously popular among wealthy young women. So, hopefully that'll get him a little bit more popular among the ladies. So, alright, now we have to discuss this map. You can see that, there's different symbols on each of these little buildings, and I could have them go check out those buildings, try and break into them. Because, zombie apocalypse, everybody locks their doors. So, there are almost always zombies inside those buildings. You cannot escape. They will kill you. So you want people to go check them out first. But right now, we start off in this house. It's not secured. We're going to have to barricade it. We have to search through it to see what's in here. No zombies are inside. There's no corpses inside. And over here we get to click on what we want people to do and who we want to do it and in what way. We can also see our supplies list here. We got 2 baseball bats and a handgun and a motorcycle jacket for some basic protection. Food is one of the most difficult things to deal with in this game. We have 3 cooking ingredients and 2 snacks. I think it takes 2 or 3 cooking ingredients to make a meal, and each person will eat 1 to 2 meals a day. I think they only last about 2 days without starving because the pansies. So we'll need to expand out and search quickly to find more food, or else they're gonna die. So you can also see here, we got this big question mark. This is the place that the guy told us to actually check out for a possible vehicle or a part or something. Thankfully, it's right next to where we spawned, so we can check that out almost straight away as soon as we've secured this location. So yeah, oh yeah, also, the pictures, if you right click on them, you won't see their faces, but you'll still see their little icons, what they are: carpenter, surgeon, mechanic, athlete, firefighter, and what their status is. They're all rested right now, but if they had any injuries, those would also be listed here. I like to keep them flipped over like this just because it's a lot more handy than seeing the ugly mugs. They're not really ugly, they're actually very pretty. But hotkey to exit out of this and speed on to the next hour of space, or you can click on the watch over here. It'll take you back to the journal screen, and if I were to click on the watch, it would move time forward 1 hour. So let's do this. So let's start off with, we're going to need people to barricade the entrances. So Johnny's pretty good at it. You'll notice the star level goes from, I know it doesn't stop at 5. I'm pretty sure it's not 1 to 5. You can go higher than that. But let's see, Johnny. And then when you go to have people do things together, it'll tell you how much they enjoy each other's company. Everybody hates each other, so Johnny's going to be barricading the entrances on his own. You can either have it quickly and loudly or slowly and quietly. Obviously, if he does it quickly and loudly, it's going to bring zombies here. But there aren't that many zombies in the town to start with, usually. Fingers crossed. Maybe I won't have Johnny barricade the entrance. I need to have people who like each other's company actually do it, because we need to do it quickly. So Hannah and Heidi, the 2 people who actually like each other, just don't get agitated at each other. So I'll have Johnny search the location. Anybody good at making traps? Yeah. Sean. Wait, actually, no. Since they're equal, I'll have Katrina make the traps. I'll have Sean watch for zombies. You almost always want somebody watching for zombies just in case, especially if the location is not barricaded up and secured. Traps, there are 3 different types of traps. We have outdoor traps, regular traps, and experimental traps. I don't want to experiment in this case. I'll put some outdoors for when the zombies come wandering around. Johnny's searching the location for anything useful. You can narrow that down if you just, don't want to waste time finding a certain kind of supply if you have tons of it. For instance, if I wanted to storm the restaurant and just be like, no, just look for food. I don't care about cutlery. I don't want you to find a saw in the basement. I've got like 5 saws back to base. Just find food. So yeah, let's press spacebar and here we go. Notice the watch forwards. Alright, so a rumor spread around the group. Aha! Johnny once directed a film that was outrageously popular among wealthy young women. On hearing the rumor, Katrina and Sean were closer to Johnny. Hannah and Heidi were indifferent about it. Darn. Oh well. Johnny found a crowbar, a fire axe, a flashlight, 2 golf clubs, a mop, a screwdriver, and a sponge in the basement. Spike and cage trap has been set outside the house. It deals a high amount of damage and will make a zombie immobile. It can strike 7 targets at once and has 4 uses. Johnny found a golf club in the basement. Johnny notes there are no working showers at the house. Aww. Johnny says almost all the rooms had now been searched. Hannah and Heidi broke a refrigerator into 3 plastic and 3 metal barricades. They secured a door leading to the living room. So needless to say, these are pretty intense rundowns. I mean, you get a picture of almost anything that you run across that's incredibly important. An axe like that will be helpful as either a weapon or a barricading thing, chop things into pieces. So, I think we can just, no. Yeah, we can. I'm just going to have them do the same exact thing until they get the house searched a little bit more thoroughly. Now, I'm not going to read every single log, especially if it's as long as that last one. But let's see. He found some cooking ingredients. She's making a little bit of progress on her next trap. And they got more barricades and secured a door leading to the living room. House secured yet? Nope. Alright. Next hour. Johnny and Sean have been getting along so well that everyone at the house is feeling closer. Guillotine and key trap instead of inside the house. It's actually a really large trap. Alright, so the exterior is now fully trapped, by the way. Yes, each area can only have so many traps in it before it's completely full. And generally speaking, the outside of, small buildings can only have 1 to 2 traps. So let's see. Johnny found a can of gasoline, a chess set, a deck of playing cards, and a snack in the living room. I have never gotten to the point where I've needed gas. I don't know if you need gas to fuel up the car or not. I guess we'll find out, maybe. So all rooms in the house have now been searched. Cool. So maybe we can move on to the next house pretty soon. May actually need to. So you can modify items. Oh, sweet. Katrina knows what she's doing. Modify any items for almost any capability. So I'm actually going to have her modify that motorcycle jacket, see if she can make it a little bit more. He's terrible at cooking. Sean, are you better at cooking? Yeah, Sean. Stop watching zombies. Make a meal. Let's go, guys. It's 10 a.m. She's modifying a motorcycle jacket. Hannah says she's feeling secure in the house. That means the house is finally secure. So Johnny reported there's no zombies outside the house. He added that the noise level at the house is going to draw zombies here. The secured doors and windows should slightly dampen the noise. And this guy made 2 meals, but he stopped because he ran out of ingredients. They secured a few more entrances. The house is secured, so I can have them stop doing that. She's modifying things for defense capability. I think they're gonna have to go to the next location without that motorcycle jacket. They need to move pretty fast, so I'm gonna have them. Oh yes, this is pretty cool. Rather than order somebody to specifically go to a location like right click and be like, hey, we need people to go here. You just grab their little marker thing, drag it and drop it onto where you want them to go. So you can even do it from down here, you can do it from here. I prefer to do it from here so I know who the heck I'm going with. So, plop. No, wait, she is the one who's modifying the jacket, so I will leave her there. Alright, so currently, now that I've just plopped them all on there, they would just be investigating the store. Oh, it's a store. I thought it was a house. Since we don't really have time, there's 3 things that you can have them do. Either investigate, just poke around outside, don't get in any fights. You can have them assault, which you definitely want to do with larger buildings. You're going to get your butt handed to you on a silver platter. Basically, it's to draw the zombies' attention onto you, maybe get them outside of his building a little bit, clear whoever's outside, and if you have a gun, maybe you can shoot at some zombies inside the building, clear them out before actually going in there. Since this is a very small building, it seems, I'm just going to have them breach it, which is they push on in, kill any zombies that they find there, and chill at that location. So, what do we want them to bring with them? Well, they're going to need some things to whack people with. So I got 2 baseball bats and a golf club. We have them bring a fire axe and a flashlight and a crowbar. The crowbar will help them get in. Yeah, bring a sponge too. You're really gonna need to clean things up. Binoculars, nah. Screwdriver, yeah. They can build things with that. So up here, you can save the current loadout, which is very handy if you don't want to have to put everything back in there. So for now, I will save that. I could load it out again if I need them to go for another small building. So, I'm breaching a lot earlier than I should be. Really, they should be prepping a lot more, but since that location is right there, and there's really not that many more things that they can do except hang out and get in fights with each other, I'll just have them go. That's a bad sign. Alright, well, that was a lot of things at once. So, there is a car at the store. Sweet. The store at 2 Glen Drive is a tiny building with around 4 rooms. This should be easy to defend then. Has 2 doors and 4 windows leading in from the outside. This place should contain a cache of medical supplies and weapons. Oh, sweet. This place is great. So, there's a pickup truck at the store at 2 Glen Drive. With the right parts, we can fix it up and drive it to town. So it needs a fuel pump, an air filter. Really? An air filter? Ignition leads, spark plugs, and a distributor. Johnny, Hannah, Heidi, and Sean approach the store with the intention of breaking in. They have to spend some time trying to find a way in, increasing the risk of a confrontation. They head straight through the front door leading to the aisles. When it came to getting inside, the fire axe proved very useless. We cleared the room, taking down 4 zombies. Sean received some small bruising and small cuts and tears, so he's not doing so hot now. Sounds like there are only a handful of zombies wandering around in here. It doesn't look like there are any zombies outside the store. Small meal has spoiled us, probably due to the number of corpses lying around. They probably, when they got in there, they killed some, they killed some people. So, as you can see here, he's got minor contusions and lacerations now. And Katrina's still creating the toughened motorcycle jacket. Maybe she should follow them over now. Help them out. Is there anything else that she can modify while she's chilling? Nah. Katrina the surgeon. Open your motorcycle jacket. Actually, she might want to bring the handgun. It's only got 6 rounds, but it's better than nothing. Alright. They can do this. I believe in you guys. Oh no. Already? I suck. Alright. Sean is infected. Turns out those lacerations weren't so benign. We could kill him now. If we let him live, he'll drain our medical supplies, not to mention he could turn on us. Johnny thinks he can stop the infection by amputating Sean's left arm with a fire axe. Go for it.